I may read it this Sabbath service. I may even read this letter right here. But then again, I don't even really know if I want to waste people's time on a bunch of foolishness like this. The letter says, here's a man. He's sitting at home, drinking himself to death. And you don't want to know the reason why he's drinking himself to death? Because his wife says, I'm leaving. Let me tell you something. I must be of an alternate conscience. I must be of an alternate conscience because I've been married to my wife over 33 years. The first time she let some stuff like that come out of her mouth, the first time she let that stuff come out of her mouth, she would be on the first thing smoking. We ain't sitting down doing no counseling. We ain't doing no talking about it. Well, we're not going to be working things out. We ain't going to do none of that stuff because no. Because if it's already come out of your mouth, it is deep in your heart. Period. It's in your heart. And that's what most people can't judge and understand, is that people just didn't come to these conclusions. They just didn't come to these situations at the spur of a moment. This is something building in their heart and their mind. So I ask them a series of questions. Are you after the world so-called committing adultery? No, sir. Is she committing adultery? No, sir. Are the children taken care of? Yes, sir. I have a very good job. Well, what's the problem? She wants to change. She don't like the way things are. Well, man, send her out of the house. I'm gonna ask you, are you a man first? That's what I'm gonna ask. You see, because we're living in a generation that women know how to manipulate men. And if they can just get you to bend, they will make idle threats. They will make threats towards you. I'm leaving. I'm doing this. Make their promises come true. Make their promises. You see, if you're a man and you're taking care of business and you're doing things right, I promise you, those kind of words would never come out of her. She wouldn't even think about having them things come out of her mouth. Ever. If you are doing your job right as a man. But the problem is, you ain't doing your job right. That's the problem. Your leadership stinks. It sucks. Anyway, you know what? Carol, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about what I just said? Because people think that I'm insensitive for speaking that way. What do you say?
I would say, sir, you're exactly right. Before a woman can come to that conclusion, she's already got those things mulled over in her heart, already been dealing with those demons and those spirits, listening to them, contemplating it. So by the time it comes out of your mouth, the word says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So if you let it come out of your mouth, you better be able to back it up. So as women, we have to be sound in our mind to where we can judge righteous judgment on our thoughts that are taking place and cast them down.
Am I being insensitive at all? Told. Am I being insensitive or am I being hard, cold, and cruel just because I say we've been married all these years? And if you say something like that, these people think I'm playing. They really, truly think I'm playing it when I say something like that. Am I being cold, hard, and cruel when I make a statement like that?
No, sir. We've talked about this before, and I think it's just right. You should be a man of your word, just like I should be a woman of my word.
See, and that's what it is right there. It's all about word. What kind of covenant do you have? That's what it's about. What type of covenant? You're going to be a man of only word. All of a sudden, when something don't go your way, you're going to throw a damn fit and talking about, I want out. This ain't, I didn't sign up for this and all this old other stuff. I don't want to change. Things ain't working the way that I think it ought to be. Blah, 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 blah. Not Pastor Dow. It ain't happening. Not Pastor Dow. It simply ain't. What do you think about women like that?
I deal with a lot of women like that, truth be told, Pastor, and it's very sad to me. It's very vexing in my spirit knowing what we know about now, about deliverance, knowing what we know now about dealing with our thoughts, casting them down. It just doesn't make sense in this ministry. It doesn't make sense.
I think personally it's an emasculation tactic. I think it's because, remember I said over and over again, a man's heart is constituted towards loving his wife. The Bible doesn't say wives love your husbands. It says husband love your wives. The man's heart so constituted loving his wife that she uses that love that he has in sway to try to sway his heart, sway his mind in order to shape this man and mold this man the way she wants him to be. What do you say?
That's exactly right. That's not how it should be. It should be the man molding the woman to make her what he wants her to be, and then everyone will be happy.
And don't give me this crap that we don't know what the hell we talking about. We've been married longer than some of you living. And many of you have had failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. So I don't even want to hear it. Don't even want to hear it. You don't stay married 33 years because you torn around playing games with each other. Period. We've had successes, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
We've had some failures too, hadn't we?
Yes, sir. But when women hear a woman talk like this, sir, they think, oh, she's just a mindless minion. She has no opinion. She can't speak. That's what they think. And I don't think that.
You mean all the women who have had failed relationships, all the women who got attitude problems, all the women that don't know how to keep a man, all the women that that's what you're talking about. Those are the type of women that says that.
Yes.
The rebellious women, the stout-hearted women, the Jezebelic women, all them, even with 4 or 5 relationships put together, they can't even string together a 5-year healthy relationship, but they're the ones that's telling you that's the way that you are.
That's true.
Oh, I tell you, man. Anyway, I'm done with this. I'm done. I think you men are sorry as hell. That's what I think if you put up with some stuff like that. That's the problem in this society. Instead of being patriarchal, it's matriarchal. Well, I ain't got to worry about the demographics too much because my YouTube demographic is 81% male, 19% female. Go figure.